record a native recording to put on YouTube, so will that inherently break it? I don't know. Let's find out. It's going live here. That's way too loud. Hey, yeah, so this new Turtles game dropped. I'm gonna turn down my audio. I don't need, although that music is absolutely banging. I love this thing. It is just an absolute throwback to the Turtles games I had when I was a young lad. And we need to try stuff out in here. This card does not have a good graphics card natively, so I know I can't play like crazy brand new stuff natively on this computer and push a stream out. But I thought, you know, maybe a throwback Turtles game. Should that work? My goal here in these coming weeks before we really get cooking with stuff is like, can I break this brand new stuff? You know what you should do during a recession? Buy a whole bunch of new equipment and then try to break it. Because that's what the cool kids do. So we're gonna see if this works. I have no idea. We got people hanging out, though. We're gonna try to play some Turtles. Let me know if you've played this game, if you haven't. But it is an absolute... Dale just wants me to play Minesweeper, which I can't imagine would be entertaining. But yeah, new game. Starting a new game? Sure, it's fine. I don't mind playing... That's the crazy thing about the Xbox stuff. I played on my Xbox at home, and then loaded this up on the computer here, just with Game Pass, and it brought my saved games right over, which we're gonna delete now. You know, let's keep the power levels. I've been playing on okay, and I'm still terrible. I mostly remember button mashing as a kid. That's what you did. This game is awesome, though. They go through this whole thing, and you can sit and, if you're a big nerd, I guess, sit through all the... I mean, it's probably helpful. I don't know. Like, sap this, like, I don't even unlock this till level 8 or whatever, so that's fine. Let's just skip all this.
Select your hero.
Yeah, Jumpy Heist Turtles! This game's pretty awesome. I've been playing, as you can tell, as Raphael. I think that is the correct answer. I'm gonna try Splinter out, just because I'm probably the most curious. Although I've been having a real good time with Raphael. I didn't look at these stars at all before. I was just like, yo, I'm gonna have a good time. So like Raphael, I guess, has the most power, but so does Splinter. Let's try Splinter out. And it's up to 6 players, and they don't have to be local, which is real cool. Hey, what is on the news? I try to just ignore the news these days because it's always sad. Good evening, New York, and welcome back to Vernon's Views, where the view is always crystal clear. On today's show, a gift from me as a thanks for... what is going on? Where is the gift receipt? Indeed. Live foots. Bebop's beat. Sup, New York. We interrupt this program to give you chaos! Ha ha ha. Duh statue. Oh, liberties. Getting them. I can't make this go faster. I can just skip it all, which is what I did at home. But I feel I would be depriving you of whatever this is. What the shell? I get that. It's like the HE double hockey sticks thing. Keep it clean, Turtles. Okay.
News.
I was probably fine skipping that before. But you know what? We saw it now. Bam! Alright, now I'm Splinter. He can do the Michael Jackson step, I guess. It's cool to have Splinter and April as options. I guess once you beat the game, you get Casey Jones as well. Because in the old school versions of these... I love all the things the foot soldiers are doing before you show up to kick their ass. It's amazing. I did fail to finish the level unharmed, so I didn't get that challenge. I'm sorry, Splinter. Up there, you have like that combo list going that goes as long as you're hitting people and not getting hit within a certain time. It fills up that bar that has a 1 there, and once you do that, you can do your special move, which for him is this, which is pretty cool. I've never seen that before. So you see that's down to 0 again now. So I just gotta combo it back on up there, and then you upgrade that later where you can like have more than one at a time. See, these guys are just working in an office. I probably shouldn't be bugging them. They're on that 9 to 5 grind. Sitting there like, oh man, why aren't we working remote? We don't even need to be here. This whole coming back after the pandemic thing is bullshit. And I just come in as a dumb ninja rat and kick their ass. It's not nice. What is up, Neil? Have you played this game yet, man? This seems up your alley, and... Is it crossplay with the PlayStation stuff? I don't know. I know it is with PC. I'm pretty positive. So I can play with PC folks. Obviously, I'm playing on PC right now, but... I don't know if I can play with Neil on his PlayStation or not. That is the question, and... I might have gotten this on PlayStation, but, you know, it's free on Game Pass, so here we be. So I am... And there was no way I was going to not play this game, because it's awesome. Because where else can you come into Shredder and just beat up a bunch of foot shoulders who are on cooking shows, and so have those props. Pizza obviously gives you health, but the frozen hams do not. They take the health. Pizza, good for you. Frozen ham, not so much. Some shieldy boys. This seems to be working. Turns out, even without a graphics card, you get ridiculous about the amount of RAM in a PC, and it can handle the streaming stuff somewhat okay, which is a good sign. Like I said, I severely doubt we could sit here and stream like Horizon or something, but that's probably not a thing we would ever do from a comic book store anyways. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's people itching to watch me just like walk around in Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know who those people are. Really bored people, probably. They're like, oh man, I want to watch Jeff fail to kill the same dinosaur over and over and over. What is up, Ross?
Take this. Take this.
And yeah, we're trying to figure out right now what we've got over there on the comic side of the shop. We've got Pierce now, who is awesome, and probably at this point in my life can do my job of sitting there behind the counter and talking to people and selling comics probably better than I can. I was sitting in a boss battle with health thing. We're in good shape. Let's go, Bebop. I was sitting and talking about that in counseling today, of just like, I loved sitting behind the counter and love that. But I'm a builder, you know, and we've built that up, you know, over time. I want to get it bigger, but I want to build something else now, and so we got the space over here, and I got to figure that out, and we will see. I did, like, I was like, I don't know, maybe while I'm figuring this out, I'll start door dashing, and I'll go door dash in a different city, and I won't run into any customers. And literally, Ross, who's hanging out now, first person I ran into door dashing, because He has a restaurant he manages up there in Ann Arbor. First ever DoorDash. Ran into Ross, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Gotta stay hungry, you know? That is the goal. Keep mixing it up. This was always the that we do more and more media stuff. We're working on the studio more and more. This space is done, and I'm kind of out of money now to build out anymore. But there's more over there. I want to do a cool couch set, do some let's hang out, talk some dumb stuff, and have a good time. But meanwhile, you know, I don't want to be someone who's just like my fear is that I turn into like the crazy, like unproductive husband whose like wife goes to work every day and brings home a good paycheck, and he's just in the basement playing video games and doing whatever. So I don't want that, where like those guys are all over there working hard and I'm just over there just like over here just like, I don't know, we're playing Mega Man today, we're being Splinter, playing Ninja Turtles, and what, you guys didn't sell any comics? God damn it. I'm trying to live my dreams. I don't want to do that. So I have, for the first time since the start of the store, I kind of shut off my pay, which means I got to figure it out. The pay from the store is going to like make sure those guys got jobs over there, and I'll still be over there a lot. But that was a big waste of that thing. Look at me, just spinning for nothing. I forgot that's what that does. God damn it, Jeffrey. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to figure out other cool stuff to do and not cool stuff to do that's just stable at the start of it. I'm gonna be delivering some pizzas. You might see me hanging out in a Marco's uniform delivering some pizzas just to keep my bills paid and keep things here stable while I get to experiment around and do some fun stuff. I want to break stuff on the internet, you know? We'll see. And at some point, we'll have Tim sitting here more, some other guys sitting here more, so it won't just be me playing dumb games and doing dumb shows. We've got a number of new podcasts brewing. They are all in that stage of like, biggest advice I give anyone, if you're going to do some sort of like evergreen podcast, like if you were to, I don't know, do a podcast review show of every episode of Batman the Animated Series, just as an example, you know, you don't want to do the thing where you record one episode and then put it out, and then everyone's sitting around going, hey, when is that? I'm about to die. I think there's a pizza right... Yeah. Excuse me, gentlemen, I need to eat. Don't want to do the thing of like, hey, here's one episode. And, when will we get another one? I don't know. You want to like bank like at least 4 or 5, and then as you're ironing out. That gentleman plans to run into me, and I am clearly... I mean, I've got a walking stick. This is definitely a oh goodness. All right. Oh, well, see, that you ran over your friends. That's not cool. Okay, sir. But yeah, so we do have some new podcasts in the work and stuff as well. Sim's got Rad Raptor Radio in a way that's pretty great, because it's like I was the person in charge of that podcast for forever, and it definitely, in a lot of ways, does not look exactly like a podcast I would make right now, but the numbers are way, like I am someone that it's like I do very little editing, and that thing's gonna pop out. You know, it might not sound pretty, but like you could set a watch by me. You know, that's like one style of podcasting that we did for 3 years, and was like, it had its fans, but on the whole was like largely. Definitely could have been more successful. I need that help up there, gentlemen. Excuse me. Could have been more successful, and now it is, which is awesome. So, and then if we can get a spot where we're kind of making this side of the business more where it pays for itself, that'd be really cool. We'll see. You'll find out. Either it works out and very soon it's like, oh, Jeff's back to, you know, full-time comic book nonsense again. You know, maybe I fall on my face and I'm just like, okay, none of this works. We're closing it down. Oh, I smacked that back, which is pretty cool. That pizza, the like weird Pride Month pizza, Pride Month Infinity pizza here, makes it so you can just spam your super over and over, is what that does for 9 seconds. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. Bam! Did it. What is up, Jacob? I do have to say that I didn't expect to be taking the next big, like, scary growth position to the store at the same time that we were gonna, like, enter massive inflation, global, possible recession stuff. That's a little spooky, and might have come up in counseling today a couple of times, but, I don't know, man. I'm a guy, I gotta be building. That is the thing, and, I gotta be either building or punching Rocksteady in the face. Those are my options. Well, these are super smacky bits. Bam. Excuse me, sir. I don't know that you're that healthy, but that's oh, I'm about to die. Oh, I'm so close though. No! Just learned there's a double jump. Made it. Sliver. Made it with the sliver there. Extra ninja power bar added. That's all any young rat in the city wants. I guess he's not young. All right. Out of the way, he said. This game's great. I have a real good time. It feels plucked right from my childhood. I played a ton of the very first NES Turtles, which was definitely not one of these. Okay, I'm on a skateboardy thing. This feels wrong for Splinter. That's the one thing about using Splinter and April O'Neil and stuff, is like, this is silly and ridiculous, but at least feels in context for the Ninja Turtles to be doing. Splinter, I mean, this dude can barely walk. Come on, man. Don't put this guy on a moving scooter down the highway with Mega Ran rapping in the background. That is Mega Ran, by the way. Internet famous video game rapper, which is pretty great. I want more of this. Please. Like, one, bring back beat 'em ups. They're some of my favorite genre of games that just kind of disappeared. It is a weird thing historically to bring them back, because like they were, you know, came from an era where, you know, we had the video game crash, and then it was all about like, hey, Maybe we won't lose our absolute shirts making arcade machines if we just make it so like 4 people can play at once. And so this genre kind of came all about that. And then that was also at a time where, you know, after that first NES Turtles game, you know, there's a lot of just like, we want what they have at their arcades, but at home. So there was a lot of that. And it's cool. And some of us like grew up during that, and then now, and I'm just getting my shirt handed to me here. We're about to die again. Could use a pizza, friends. Although there are lives, but I'm a purist. I'd rather just get kicked in the head by a robot fly there. Yeah, I don't know. Christian says this has been very time-consuming. I play too much. It's so good. Yeah, I get it, Christian. Are your kids playing it with you? My kids aren't with me this week. They're at their mom's house, and I'm so looking forward to them playing with me, but I have a feeling it's going to be like, come on, let's play, and they're going to be like, I don't know. We'd rather play Fortnite or Minecraft or what. Now they give me a pizza. Gosh darn it. You know, they're kids. They like that they're among us. I mean, and I like that stuff. It's fun, but Turtles, man. But yeah, that first Turtles, real good on the NES, but nothing like the arcade game. And then there was, on the NES, Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which I loved. And then Ninja Turtles 3 on the NES. And then on the Super Nintendo, there was Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. And I probably played more of that game than anything on that system. I'm probably trying to think. It was a lot of that and Donkey Kong 2. I wish I was cooler and could tell you it was, you know, like I played through, you know, your Final Fantasies and the like on it, but it was something just about like so much Donkey Kong 2 and Turtles in Time. I don't know why Donkey Kong 2 is the one that like, maybe it's just Dixie Kong. God damn, I wanted that! Nope. This dumb car. I hate the car so much. The Turtle Tenderizer. I appreciate the name. Just spam my super on it. I don't think sending the geriatric rat on a surfboard after the giant turtle crushing car is the best strategy here, guys. I'm just gonna say it. Should probably rethink my strategy for like hitting. I'm just dying. Get the car. I don't know why I don't get the car. Ran right into that and that. My ADHD can't just handle like the 19,000 things happening on screen at once, maybe, with all the scrolling. God, I try to dodge them, and then like, I think my brain does the like, well, you know, it's moving, so like, just pull up this much, and like, yeah, that didn't go well. Let's not play Splinter. I'm gonna do... Wait, okay. I want to see April, because I've not played her at all yet. But I don't want to face the car nonsense with her, so we're gonna do Raphael just so we can get past this car obnoxiousness. Kyle Baker says, I want this so bad. Can't decide if I want to get it on stream or Switch. So much nostalgia. Yeah, I mean, if you have Xbox Game Pass and or PC Game Pass, you just get it. Which I am console agnostic. I am not gonna like ever be the PlayStation fanboy, Xbox fanboy, whatever. You know, Game Pass, $15 a month. You just get games. Usually more than they just dumped all those Shadowrun tactical RPGs on there, and I've spent the last whatever huge chunk of yesterday just sitting around playing a Shadowrun tactical RPG that I didn't even know that I wanted, but man, is that fun. Driving my girlfriend crazy by reading the insane, overwritten RPG text to her in voices as she's just like, "Sir, I'm trying to dye my hair green before we go to Necto. Could I just do that in peace?" And I'm like, "No, you need to know what this dwarf who is selling organs on the black market has to say to me right now. This is Shadowrun, baby." I've had a lot of fun with that game. And I just got it. That's the thing with Game Pass is like, especially if you're a dumb ADHD kid like me, and you're just like, you play games and struggle sometimes to finish them. When you're spending $60 a game, that starts to become really not sound financial positions to put yourself in. When you're just like, oh, it's a weekend, I want to play a new thing. These car level, same in Turtles in Time, that surfing level, I do so bad in. I don't know what it is. I just struggle. I'm gonna blame the ADHD because I don't know what else to blame. It can't be me. That can't be it. It can't just be my faults. That's not how things work. I kind of forgot I had a special there for a second, and I was like, what is happening? I know this. That foot soldiers on motorcycles are real cool. That much I know. Big fan of the foot soldiers on the motorcycles or the cool guy cars. That's why a lot of you guys know Nate Morellas, and he pulled up here the other day to pick up his comics in his car. I don't know cars. I'm bad with them. Dude's got a cool car though. Always has. And it was just like Connor and Pierce. Is that moment of like, I feel like they briefly met Nate and were like, did I just meet my hero? That was pretty cool. But yeah, foot soldiers also driving cool guy cars. Not me. I drive a Ford Fusion. Like an old man. That's what I am. So, when you see me around door dashing, that's what I'll be doing it in. Woo. I just fell in 2-man rolls in a row. Doing real great here. Solid work. I'm impressed. It seems like this is working the way it's supposed to. Which I know doesn't seem like a big deal at all, but prior to opening the store, actually, I was trying to figure out what I was doing. I wrote a dumb novel called Detroit 2020, where I was just like, haha, what if there's a big crazy virus and the world was ending, and then it like turned out to be weirdly prophetic. So I wrote that book, and like that got me through a couple months of like, okay, but I was like, what am I gonna do with I was a stay-at-home dad at the time, and I was like, yeah, the streaming thing, I can figure that out. All I had is one dumb laptop, and I did an Undertale stream that actually people liked quite a bit, and they're like, cool, I beat that game. They're like, what are you doing next? And I was like, I've got to do Knights of the Old Republic for, like, I love that game. let's do it. And then I went to try to do it, and it just did not work because the laptop I had, which was all the equipment I had at the time, could not handle it. And, you know, I would have loved to keep going, and I was not in a position at the time where I could buy new or different equipment. So it was just like, okay, I'm just going to go back to writing dumb novels. And then I wrote one called Plasma Spice Latte that never came out. That was just like vampires in a coffee shop. And that I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And then eventually I got a job selling comic books for a guy. And here we are! So yeah, maybe it's a good thing that you know, I couldn't stream Knights of the Old Republic, because then I would probably, I would just be one of those there's no competition in the streaming space, right? So I just, you know, I'd just be one of those guys that your kids would be like, oh, we're going to watch Jeff Connolly videos. Everyone would know me by name. That's how that would work. I don't know. There'd be no comic book store. But yeah, so because of that jump, the two things I wanted to do was like run an emulator, which we did like a week back, and you know, run some Turtles. Because this is,
Rumble in the zoo.
I imagine, the most demanding kind of game we would be interested in doing on here. I could be wrong. And then I can get one of those like adapters to like just plug a Xbox or PlayStation straight in. Because yeah, the only other thing is like at some point we're gonna get another Injustice game, and that's gonna be a thing that has to. I have to switch characters for that. I still want to figure out April O'Neil, how she plays. We'll do that after this level. This level's in a zoo. One of my favorite places in the world is zoos. This one does not disappoint. There are cool monkeys. And I like monkeys. That is not favorite thing that you can see at a zoo, though. Favorite animal. Big fan of the otter. Maybe someday when I retire, I'll just have an otter farm. Can you have an otter farm? Is that a thing? Can you just like? Look at him! I am the asshole. Like, look, he's having a good time. He's not bugging anybody. He's just enjoying a popsicle on a warm summer day at the zoo. Gotta come here and start beating him up. I don't like it. Bunch of fascist turtles we got here. Fascist Mutant Ninja Turtles. Need to play... Belzac says I need to play the Wolverine game when it comes out. Yeah! So I'm gonna have to get something where I can hook my PS5 up, because that would be cool. Those games are great. I'm very bad at them, though. Hey, man! Alright. Are you just gonna hang out there? Okay. It made a big deal that I found you, or are you just gonna okay. Are you just watching? You got a weapon. I could use a hand. No? Also, if you got that weapon, why are you just... Can you help? Okay. Fine. Juan says was going to buy it but opted for Lego Star Wars Saga. So, yeah, I've heard good things about the Lego Star Wars. I've not played it yet. Kyle says he's been loving small indie RPGs lately, especially when they're roguelike. Yeah, the $60 games are just not practical. I do it if it's like a studio I really want to support. That's about it these days. You would read whatever I wrote about vampires in a coffee shop? Yeah, I gotta maybe do something with that. It's a whole novel that exists. It needs editing and to be put out in the world. It was... I owe it to, 2016, 2015, Jeff, whenever that was. Put that thing out in the world. I even, paid to have the cover made. Everything was, ready to go. I just had to, edit it, and I probably, knowing me, hit a spout of depression, and there it just sits. I think also there was a gag. There was both a gag where there was a cool badass lady vampire that really liked taking selfies, and so she just did it a lot. Oh, those are rhinos that just ran me over. There were cool badass vampires that liked taking selfies. And then there was also, this whole bit of, security footage where you couldn't see the vampires. So, I figured out when I started editing that my vampire... Because you can have whatever dumb vampire rules you want. They just have to be consistent, in the world, in the book. And they definitely weren't. And then I think that was... Emotionally, I was just not at a point where I was ready to just, okay, I need to, fix all this. Such is life. You take on projects, and then at some point, I'm at a point now where, I go to therapy regularly, and so I have someone that would sit there and go and why did you give that project up? And would kind of keep everything in check. But at the time, I was just, still figuring it out. But maybe I will go back and start looking at that kind of stuff. I do miss writing. That is one of the things I used to do every day that I need to do more of again. More dumb books. More of my garbage. It's, monkeys, I was singing your praises, how cool you are, now you're throwing bananas at me. I don't... That guy's just chilling. He's blowing bubbles, having a good time. Can't go wrong with that. I love that, we spend so much time on Rad Raptor Radio talking about just, how everything today is made just for Tim. This feels like a game made just for me. I mean, I was so obsessed with these games growing up. And there came out a time when almost every game coming out was this, if you hit the Power Rangers game looked pretty close to just this, not as good. I just unlocked an achievement on Microsoft, and I've never done that on a computer before. And the logo is real weird, and I thought there was something wrong with my computer. Kyle Baker says, I would also love to get back into writing. Used to do it all the time. Same, man. I used to have a pretty good schedule down where it was I made sure, I would wake up and the first thing I would do is write, get my 1,000 words or 1,500 or whatever my rule was for the day, and then I, would work on other things. And at some point, I just... in the early days of the store especially, it was kind of if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to put more work into this place. Because it was just me then, and, a lot of the things, a lot of things that Andrew does now, when he, on all the things we do on a Tuesday, bagging, boarding, everything, getting all the subscriptions down, moving the thing no one thinks about with a comic shop, which is one of the most time-consuming things that you'll ever do, is that if you have a new this week wall, inevitably you hit a point where that stuff is no longer new, and then you have to move that stuff from that wall to where it lives after that, before you can even put the new books up. So like one of the things we'll be doing tomorrow is all that. But all of that stuff, the moving the stuff over, will all be done because Andrew will have done it today. And all of that stuff is all stuff that at the start of the store I used to do myself. And I worked another job, and I would come in here and stay till about 3, 4 in the morning some nights, some Tuesdays, depending on how much, because some weeks more books come out than others. And again, we had to bag and board everything, get all the subscriptions done. Then I'd go to my other job. I'd get out of my other job, and I'd come here and start getting the wall everywhere it needs to go. And, you know, after working already here in the morning and working at another job at night and then coming back, I probably was just not my most efficient, so it probably took me longer because I was like tired. But yeah, Kyle Baker, the Arcade Turtles was awesome. So glad there's still a place I can hang out, grab a beer, and play it. Where do you hang out, grab a beer, and play Arcade Turtles? I want to know. We went to Pinball Pete's for Father's Day. We played some Arcade Turtles. So many of them have, like, there's a machine that just has, like, the Nickelodeon Turtles, which is definitely not my favorite. This is frozen on the screen. Is it frozen everywhere? Let's find out. It's not frozen here. Is it frozen? It's not frozen on this Facebook window. I'll just reboot this guy. See what is up. That's weird that one is. Okay, it's working fine. You say it's called Keystone, which is underneath Bobcat Bonnie's in downtown Ypsi. Really, that sounds like a rad place to hang out. I will try to find an excuse to get out that way. All right, let's switch up. How do we? Yes, let's say yes. I just want to switch who we're playing at. There we go. And let's try April.
This is April O'Neil, reporting live.
I really want to try Casey Jones, but I think you have to beat the whole game in order to unlock him. But then it has 6-player multiplayer, so maybe it's just you can do it right away if you have 6 people. I don't know. I don't think I've played this level yet.
King of the Spill.
No, I've done this one because I know who the bad guy is at the end. I was very excited. As you could probably guess from the rats. I like that she's got her microphone. That's real dumb. I really appreciate that. Let's hit guys with the mic. Let's do it. What's her special? Oh, she's got a TV camera. All right, you know what? I fully endorse this. This is rad. Although I don't like how she says ow. That was a little heartbreaking. I like her look too. She's like almost got like a chibi type sensibility. That's pretty cool. Let's fight some turtles, or fight some foot. We are the turtles, even though I've only been playing as a turtle 30% of this thing. Let's punch people with a microphone. The best is like, it doesn't even look like she's like the way she's hitting them with the microphone just is kind of ridiculous. I feel like her healing thing should be something different than pizza. I don't know what it is. Maybe a new scoop. I just was trying to get out of there and it was just not happening. Bam! Mike to the face does have to hurt. But like, look at the way she's punching. Oh, I guess her wind-up is with the TV camera, too. Okay. I always forget there's that wind-up move. That does not look healthy. Like, that leg jiggle. Is that what restless leg syndrome is? That? Or is that what twerking is? I don't know. Not what do you use with your twerking and your TikToks. I'm just out here being April O'Neil punching the things. Like, she looks like she's doing, like, a workout video. Like, her fighting style looks like she's just doing a workout video, and she forgot she was holding a microphone. That is the make you do the spinny things, right? So I want to wait till there's people. And now there's no people. Okay. Ow! She, yeah, her, like, I'm hurt cry could be, like, a little less damsely. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my only complaint. Got the microphone to kill the bad guys. Bam! Don't mess with April O'Neil. She's here for the scoop. It's also funny that April O'Neil is like at the time of the Turtles, like all of this like news reporter iconography was something that just like everybody instantly recognized. I think I'd have to explain to my kids probably what a news reporter, which like sounds like I'm an irresponsible parent, but if you think about it, just like the news in that kind of format of like someone's going to sit and report the news and then they're going to cut to a thing like, and we have April on the scene in the sewers. April? Well, I'm currently fighting these foot soldiers. Like that was a daily occurrence in everyone's lives for like decades. And I'm not sure my kids have ever seen, well, they probably have like over at their grandparents' house or something, but like I certainly am never turning on the nightly newscast. Like, it's just unheard of anymore. And so it's interesting, like, this is obviously not a game for kids. It's for, you know, old dudes like me that remember playing this game as kids. But, like, I wonder, as they push things, as they make, you know, future Turtles stuff, are they going to do a thing, like, where they give J. Jonah Jameson a podcast? Like, are they going to change up April O'Neil? Is she just going to be a podcaster? Is there a version of this game where she's just, like, running around with a Zoom microphone? I don't know. I just, like, all this stuff, especially this TV camera. Do they even use cameras like that anymore? I've got 2 cameras set up here. None of them look like that. Granted, I'm not a professional news organization. Look at this guy. Look at him.
I am the Rat King.
Yeah, you are. Freaking Rat King. Awesome. Bam. Bring those rats. Ugh. Someone who's a bigger Turtles person than me, let me know. If the Rat King blows his little thing there, does something happen to Splinter? Like, can he control Splinter with his little Pied Piper nonsense? I'd assume. Shouldn't that be how that works? Killing the Rat King. Or just getting killed by the Rat King, looks like. Oh, I... Bam, bam. Take a mic to the face. Take my Thai bow.
What? Scoop.
Drops the mic at the end of the level. That's pretty great. Hey, Hoodles. It's been about an hour. I'm probably gonna call it. thanks for hanging out. We're gonna do more of this kind of stuff. I'm gonna stop this here because, you know, I've not played any more of this game. And you should play this game. It's freaking great. If you have on Game Pass, you just have access to it. I'm not out here trying to shill Game Pass, I promise you. It's just, it's neat. But yeah, if we'll be on doing more of this kind of stuff. I do have a second controller in this room, so maybe I will play more of this game with somebody. Maybe I'll just save the rest for my kids. I don't have to decide right this second. I'm my own man. I deliver pizzas now. Well, I own a comic store. I do what I want. Yeah, so we will figure that out. Stay tuned. At some point, and after things are in a little less flux here, stuff will start to fall into a little bit of a schedule, and then there will be some amount of expectation of like, hey, these guys are going to be doing this kind of stuff then, and it'll be like not just me. Not that, you know, I'm terrible or anything, but I want to see other people. Want to have fun. So that's going to do it for this program. Don't forget Rad Raptor Comics. It's here in Adrian, Michigan. I think we're the only people that ship everything for free as long as the order's over $20 and you're within these continental United States. Also, patreon.com/Rad Raptor helps keep the lights on around here. And yeah. Bye, friends. Bye. And I gotta stop there.